It's hard to get it going, hard to shoot anything in the 60s really. There's a couple of 60 hits out there which were really good scores, but yeah, I just tried to hang in there and battle and try to keep it around par, which I sort of did.
What was the main thing? Was it the greens being firm, the wind?
The wind again. Greens are getting a little firmer, some tough hole locations. Just basically all of it. It's a very tough golf course.
As the low rolls 15.
Rory, obviously you were on a call yesterday. Can you just assess the tenor of the discussions and what your thoughts are coming out of them?
Yeah, very productive, very constructive, very collaborative. I think there are probably 3 words that I would use to describe it. It was really good. Definitely things are heading in the right direction. A lot of progress was made. Can't really say much more than that, but it was really positive.
Did you say anything?
I did, yeah.
Well, you mentioned you might just be quiet, so that's fine.
Yeah, the mute button was turned off a couple of times. Chime in.
How long were you on that call?
So the meeting with Piff was 3 hours, but then the prep call before that was an hour and a half, so probably like 4.5 hours.
That's a good way to warm up for your next round
Yeah,
of golf.
it's great.
Would you say that going in you were surprised with the progress coming out?
I would say maybe not surprised, but maybe more encouraged. I think a lot of progress had sort of been made, but yeah, definitely encouraged.
Those 3 calls a week that you had mentioned the other day, do you think that really actually puts everything together and sets everything up for what happened?
In terms of the deal, like the financials and the
Just
legals and all that, I think those 3 calls a week were more to do with like their investment committee and SSG and so that was more, that's what those calls were. But I think last night was more talking about the future of the game and the vision, and that was where I thought there was a lot of progress that was made.
I'm going to rephrase that. Have any ideas been presented to you that you hadn't heard before?
I know a lot more about the Department of Justice. I know a lot more about certain rights in investment deals, but apart from that,
the vision of the game.
not really. I mean, I think a lot of the things that we've all sort of been kicking around for the last 2 or 3 years were